like me better when I wasn't yours. I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back to who I was before.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you can see by the title, today we are talking about what happened to eyeshadow palettes because I'm confused. Are you confused? Because I feel like I stopped trying, the brand stopped trying. Who was trying anymore? Let's talk about it. So you're like, okay, Shanygne, what do you mean by that? Have y'all like really stopped and looked at eyeshadow lately? I was on Sephora's website on the like what's new page, and it's lip balm, lip balm, lip balm, concealer, maybe some primers, maybe some new foundations, lip balm, lip balm, lip balm, lip balm, lip balm, lip balm, lip balm. And I know it is very ironic coming from me because I stopped wearing eyeshadow a good minute ago, maybe around COVID. If you guys remember when I was doing those like deep declutters where everything must go, that's when I got rid of a majority of the eyeshadow palettes that I had. So we're talking going on like 6 years where I have not really worn eyeshadow like that. But, you know, especially with this new wave of, people being interested in Painted by Esther and whoever does Zara Larson's makeup. JT is another celebrity whose, makeup goes pretty viral because it is not the like cookie cutter clean girl aesthetic type makeup. Like with that rise of popularity in that type of makeup, yeah, I've been thinking, I kind of do want to wear eyeshadow right now. That look that Chloe Bailey just posted, I actually want to recreate that one. But like, that's what I mean. Like there have been things that have been inspiring recently. So it's like, I went ahead and I decluttered all the eyeshadow palettes that I have. I kind of need to get some back. I need to buy some more, right? So then, like I'm saying, I'm looking. Even if I wanted to, what would I be purchasing? I thought about it and I realized these like let's talk new makeup videos and stuff like that. Like very rarely do I see any new eyeshadow palette launches, and it's weird how much things have changed, because when this whole like beauty space started on the internet, stuff like that, like y'all know MAC was the go-to, and it was really like like single shadows and making your own. There was Z palette and all that, and then there was that boom of eyeshadow palettes where there was always a new eyeshadow palette coming out and you just had to have each one. Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow palettes, BH Cosmetics, Melt Cosmetics, who else? Too Faced. What happened to the Naked palettes? What happened to the Bon Bon palette? Now, mind you, Too Faced palettes, if you know, you know. I'm not saying all the palettes were of the best quality, but you were excited, right? Too Faced, they had, all these cute chocolate, peach, Urban Decay, the Naked palettes, and then people were like, okay, it's starting to get repetitive. You're putting out the same thing. Then they came out with that cherry. There was one that was like a little bit more like red themed palette. Like I said, Anastasia Beverly Hills, baby, we've done whole videos on the start to the highs to the lows to the where are they now video. So we know all that about all of the Anastasia palettes. BH, rest in peace. But like that was a time that was peak beauty space online when those palettes were coming out. And I'm looking now and I don't even know where, like you see how I can just easily point out ColourPop, but again, the conversation became ColourPop is putting out an eyeshadow palette once a week. But ColourPop and all the collaborations they were doing, like those were conversation starters. The James Charles, Morphe palettes. Do y'all remember that time? Do y'all remember the time of Morphe palettes? And now look at us. Actually, now let's look at the brands that we just talked about. Like I said, BH Cosmetics, Anastasia Beverly Hills. I do not know of like an eyeshadow palette that they've released recently. And especially not one that has, gotten the attention like previous palettes in the past. Melt Cosmetics, I do believe I just said something in one of those like let's talk new makeup videos about maybe some eyeshadow, but it wasn't that memorable. Who else did I say? Morphe is kind of having like a rebrand comeback type moment. Like I feel like it is becoming a little bit more trendier on TikTok right now. So, but like not the palettes, more so the brushes and like other stuff they've been launching. Who else? Too Faced, nothing. Urban Decay, didn't Urban Decay bring back the Naked palette? not long ago. But like, do you see how even the ones of the past who were like really popular, really trendy, either they're not producing that type of stuff right now, or if they are, it's not memorable and it's not that talked about. And like, let's talk about new brands. Who are the new brands that are putting out stuff like that? I'm trying to think. Fenty Beauty was never really well, they released it. It just wasn't good. I believe, yeah, Rare Beauty launched like little semi-mini eyeshadow palettes. They were good. I don't think there's much talk about them anymore. Patrick Ta, I feel like Patrick Ta more so like singles and stuff like that, but Patrick Ta has an eyeshadow palette but it's like a neutral eyeshadow palette. That's the thing. With the eyeshadow palettes that we do have to choose from now, there aren't that many that are exciting. And maybe it's because, you know, there was the whole switch to like clean girl makeup and a lot of people did stop wearing eyeshadow. And if they were wearing eyeshadow, it was more so neutral. So brands just kept coming out with a neutral eyeshadow palette, a neutral eyeshadow palette, a neutral eyeshadow palette, and maybe throw in like one blue or one random green or something like that. Patrick Ta, even though it is a neutral eyeshadow palette, I would purchase that palette just because I have tried his single eyeshadows and they are really good. So Patrick, you know, anyone ever comes across this video, maybe give us a little colorful, a little exciting something. Makeup by Mario also has a more so like neutral eyeshadow palette that I know I saw some people talking about when it first came out. It's a neutral eyeshadow palette, and I feel like that's another thing. Like, once you have like one good neutral eyeshadow palette, you don't need 5. And that might be another reason why there is not that much talk about eyeshadow. Now, someone I can say does usually get it correct, and they will always have a customer in me, Denessa. Have y'all seen these Denessa eyeshadow palettes? This is the Lightwork Volume 5, and it looks like this. She's giving us color. She's giving us quality. The only thing is, as you can see, remember you can't see, let me see. I don't know if you can see that, but like they're all shimmers. And it's like, you know, convenience wise, it also depends. It depends on where you are with your makeup journey, but most people are not just throwing like 1 or 2, 3 shimmers on the eyes and like just using shimmers. So there is this one, but there is color in here. There are options if you're going to use like multiple palettes at once. But then there's also, I can't find there's like a mirror that comes in here that tells you, but this is another Denessa palette. This is what it looks like on the inside. And see, there are shimmers and mattes in here. Mind you, mattes blend really nicely. Pigmented shimmers be shimmering. Okay, this is a really nice, I think these come out, don't they? Yes, they do. So you can like customize it, move it around how you want. So this is a really good eyeshadow palette. However, you see that this is a little bit more of a neutral eyeshadow palette, right? However, these are the better options that we have given what other brands are giving us to choose from. She has not, at least, I don't remember hearing anything about a palette more recently, but I do still have that more so affordable palette that Pat McGrath put out. Mind you, it was like $70 something, but compared to the 150-ish something palettes that Pat has put out, I still have the one that was a little bit more affordable from her. It looks like this on the inside. I can't lift it all the way because one of them shattered and I haven't fixed it. But do you see that palette? Do you see, again, shimmers, shimmering, mattes doing what they need to do? Like, I'm talking, that's what I want to see with eyeshadow palettes. And even then, like I said, like somewhat still a little bit more on the neutral, like playing it safe side. But can we bring back fun eyeshadow? Colorful eyeshadow. Like even NYX, e.l.f. Cosmetics, those were affordable options where you could get, you know, fun eyeshadow palettes and whatnot. All these collaborations between all these brands that damn near don't even make sense. Where is the fun? All right, y'all, so that is it for this video. I was genuinely curious, confused, all the C's. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Or is it like a indie brand thing? Are there brands that I'm not aware of where the girlies are getting their eyeshadow palettes from, or eyeshadow? Let me know all that in the comments down below. Make sure to thumbs up, comment, subscribe, turn notification bells down below. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.